So you're thinking about moving to Wilton Manors, Florida, or maybe Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the good and the bad, or the ugly and the pretty, of Wilton Manors. Let's get into it right now. Now let's get right into the pros. One of the biggest pros for Wilton Manors is that it is the epicenter of gay life here in South Florida. It has a flourishing gay population, and in fact, in 2010, the census data showed that Wilton Manors is the second gayest city in the United States, right after Provincetown, Massachusetts. And in 2000, Wilton Manors became the second city in the United States to have a majority body of government. And you should know, Wilton Manors does have their annual Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival every June. Another great pro to living in Wilton Manors is that even though it is a small city, it does have a lot to offer. Now, let's pretend you are on the drag, which is primarily Wilton Drive. It is lined up with rainbow flags. It does have more than 40 independent LGBTQI businesses along the drag, and a bulk of them can be located at the shops. Some of the famous restaurants on the drag are Ethos, Greek Bistro, as well as Rosie's Bar and Grill. And don't overlook the Yard. It's just a couple blocks from the drive, and that has some great action. The nightlife in Wilton Manors. One of the hot spots is the Venue, but the best way to gauge it is just go at night. Take a stroll down the drive and you'll see where the action is at which bars that night, and it can be any day of the week. And don't forget to go to the farmers market near City Hall. Wilton Manors does have 15 parks that have been certified by the Wildlife National Federation, and if you feel up for it, you can actually go paddleboarding or maybe kayaking around the 7-mile loop around the Island City. That is actually why it's coined the Island City. You do have to cross bridges to get in and out of the city. Wilton Manors is home to the World AIDS Museum. It is actually the first ever institution dedicated to the HIV and AIDS epidemic. Another great pro to living in Wilton Manors is its low risk of flood. It does actually sit up a little bit higher, so its overall chance of flooding is significantly less than some parts of maybe even Fort Lauderdale, for example. But according to riskfactor.com, it does have a 6% chance of flood over the next 30 years and a 0.2% over the next 500 years. Another great pro to living in Wilton Manors is its location. It is surrounded by Fort Lauderdale, and it does have another neighboring city, Oakland Park. And if you want to go to the beach, there is a super popular, cute beach town not far away, Lauderdale by the Sea, less than 10 minutes away. My name is Adela Philipson, and I am a local realtor here in the greater Fort Lauderdale area, and that does include Wilton Manors. So if you are thinking about moving here in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All the information is down below in the description so we can help you move to Wilton Manors, Florida. Now let's get to the nitty and gritty and the ugly, the cons. Living in Wilton Manors can be a little bit more expensive, and I'll tell you why. The city of Wilton Manors contracts with the city of Fort Lauderdale for their water and sewage services. So you will spend more for your water as well as sewage if you live in Wilton Manors, because they have to pay a service fee to the city of Fort Lauderdale. Another con of living in Wilton Manors is crime. Unfortunately, the crime rate is higher being in Wilton Manors than even compared to the average of the state of Florida. So the chances of becoming a victim of a violent crime in Wilton Manors is 1 out of 186, compared to the state of Florida, 1 out of every 255. And the chances of becoming a victim in property crime in Wilton Manors is 1 in 27. So keep your wallets close, make sure to lock your car doors, and lock your doors at home. If you want to take a tour of Wilton Manors with me, I will go ahead and include the link right here for you, where I show you some shops, restaurants, even a park. In the end, the pros outweigh the cons for living in Wilton Manors. And Wilton Manors is a great city to live in. I know from personal experience, not only do I live next door to Wilton Manors, but I have helped clients purchase homes and properties in the city as well as sell. So if you are thinking of moving to Wilton Manors or maybe the greater Fort Lauderdale area, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All the information is down below in the description. So if you want to learn more about other cities in the greater Fort Lauderdale area, make sure to watch this playlist I made just for you. And if you don't want to miss out on anything else, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you later, alligator.